Creatures of the night, it's your girl Tati. Let's talk about AEW All Out. We had All In just about 2 weeks ago, and now we're having another pay per view. I hope you guys get your coins together because there's more money to spend. Now, I am looking forward to this pay per view. Probably not as much as all. Well, you know what? Okay, probably not as much as All In, but there are a couple of matches here that I am definitely like, I can't wait to see. So let's talk about our predictions. Before we do that, guys, please let me know down below in the comment section what do you think is going to happen at this pay per view. I'm actually pretty excited. So the pay per view is going to be on Saturday, not Sunday, like how All Out was. Not All In was last week. So this time we're going to get that at the normal time, like in the US. So this will be at 8 Eastern. Pre-show is starting at 6:30 Eastern. I normally skip like the first 30 minutes because it's usually really all they're doing is airing the countdown episode that they aired the night before. And then they put that 30 minutes before, and then we start getting some matches. So far, nothing on the pre-show so far. However, I am still looking forward to what we got going on for this show. It does kind of feel like a filler pay per view, to be honest with you. So close to All In, but still, these guys and girls always give us a really great show. So let's talk about the card. First things first, y'all already know. Y'all can watch it on YouTube. Yeah, it's like $50 and change. There are plenty of different places for you guys to watch it. If not, parts unknown. If that's your thing, go ahead and do it. It's definitely expensive. People are waiting for streaming options for watching pay per views or just AEW in general. At some point, it's gonna come. I guess we're just gonna have to be patient and see what happens with that. Now, first match I do want to talk about is going to be for the Continental title. Okada has a title. He is going to be going against four other people, and this is what he posted. He posted this on his socials. It don't matter who it is. It's a four-way match. All he knows he's going against three other bitches, so does it really matter? Now, we do have Collision and Rampage going to be on Friday. So first we're starting off with Collision. Like I told you, Tony Khan, I told you before, start with Collision. If you're going to put it on a Friday, start with Collision and then Rampage after. You'll definitely do better that way. So we're going to get three matches, and each match, one person from the person who wins that match is going to get qualified to go against Okada in this four-way match. So the first one, Orange Cassidy versus Brian Keith. And I'm looking at this and I'm just like, as much as I cannot stand Orange Cassidy, why not have Brian Keith be on a fucking pay per view and giving him an opportunity to do something? I would love to actually see him get an opportunity to be on the show, but I don't see it happening. So I do see Orange Cassidy definitely being one of those guys to be in that match with Okada for the Continental title. Also, we have Lance Archer versus Pastor Briscoe. Pastor Briscoe, oh my God, I love him. And this company, AEW, Tony Khan, y'all not gonna make me hate Pastor Briscoe as much as y'all are being so annoying with the conglomeration. I would prefer to see Lance Archer get this opportunity. I do think like he would be it would be different for Lance Archer to be in this type of matchup. I would have liked to see him get this opportunity. Mark Briscoe, we love you and everything. If anything, you could just show up on Ring of Honor. You have the world title. It's no thing if you don't make it. I would prefer to see Lance Archer, but unfortunately, I'm actually seeing this going to Pastor Briscoe. So definitely seeing Pastor Briscoe to be in that match with Okada and Orange Cassidy. Now we do have one more match to qualify to be in the Continental title match. Beast Martos versus Konosuke Takeshita. And you know what? I was saying on Rampage the other day that I wanted to see just Beast Martos and Takeshita go together. But I didn't know it was going to be under these circumstances, Tony Khan. This is not what I meant. Now it's going to be one of those two guys to move on. I would have loved to see both of these guys in that match, to be completely honest with you. However, it can only be one. Takeshita needs this. He has been on a freaking roll, and I would love to see Takeshita in a match like this. So he's my pick. I definitely think that he's going to be the one advancing. So now that we got that out of the way, I do think for that match is going to be Takeshita, Pastor Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Okada in a four-way match with a continental title, and Okada is going to retain. Now, next match, we have the ladies in action. We have Statlander versus Willow Nightingale, and this is a Chicago street fight. I'm a little over it. I'm a little over it with these two. I prefer them to be friends instead of beefing. I don't know what we're gonna do to get these girls to be friends again at this point. I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care. I would like to see Statlander take the win here. Stokely and Statlander did lose at All Out, All In about 2 weeks ago, and maybe probably give it to Statlander. I don't know. I'm over it. Absolutely over it. Now, this here, oh my God, I am so upset about this, y'all. I am so upset. So, last night on Dynamite, after the whole little scuffle with the Elite coming out to attack BCC after the main event match, and then Claudio gets on the mic talking about, oh, we got the trios titles and all that stuff. How about we take the tag titles off of y'all too? And I'm just like, what? What are we doing? For real, for real? For me, I wanted to see, man, for me personally, I am sick and tired. This is what I said last 2 weeks ago. I said All Out was just gonna be everybody that was in All In just somehow in the fucking pay-per-view again. And this is an opportunity that we could be giving to other tag teams that don't normally get these type of opportunities to be on the show. You guys have trios titles, and I don't understand why you need to be going against the Young Bucks for tag titles. Do I mind seeing that match? No. But because the titles are on the line, I think this is a wasted opportunity. We love BCC, we really do. But this is a wasted opportunity. There are plenty of other tag teams that would have loved to have an opportunity to be on the show. We already not having the trios titles on the show. So it's like, all right, you don't have the trios titles for no one to go against to get an opportunity for that. Now y'all taking the opportunities away from other tag teams so that y'all can have BCC go against Elite for them. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing here. As much as I would love to see the Young Bucks lose these titles, they're going to retain. Absolutely going to retain. All right. So now we have our bruv William Ospreay versus Pac. And because Pac is doing this match, this is the reason why we're not going to have the trios titles on the line, with the whole group. Pac had won the opportunity to get a title shot for the international title. This happened a while ago. And with the feud with William and Maxwell, it was almost like we kind of forgot about Pac. And Pac is just like, am I not being seen here? Didn't I want an opportunity to go for this title? But y'all have All In Max versus Will Ospreay for the international title. Well, the American title, whatever. So here we are. We're finally getting that match here for All Out. This I'm really looking forward to it. That Poison Rana that Pac gave to William, oh my God. I was just like, if the ambulance is not ready back there, then it's not going to be good for Will. That thing was damn near deadly. And I can't wait to see what these two guys are going to do. I think this match right here, I'm not going to say match of night or anything, but I feel like it's going to be better than what we got with MJF and Will Ospreay about 2 weeks ago. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. In terms of the title going anywhere, it's not going anywhere. Will retain. Pac still has a title on him anyway. He's gonna have the trios title. You're gonna have to focus on that, Pac. And I'm looking forward to this, but still, no trios title on the line, and we wasting opportunities with the tag titles. Oh, I'm just so upset about that. Now we have our CEO, Mercedes Monet, obviously with Camille. Wait, hold on, Camille. Didn't they ban her from ringside? I think they did. They did ban her from ringside. I forgot about that. They might as well remove her from the graphics. Um, she's going against Hikaru Shida. This is another one. Now, I'm not necessarily against them having a match, but for a pay-per-view, I would have given this opportunity to someone else. They actually had a match about 2 weeks ago already on Dynamite, and then for Tony Khan to tease us with this four-way match with Hikaru Shida, you might as well have just said, you know what? Hikaru Shida gets a rematch for whatever reason, but instead they wanted to make it seem like she earned her way to getting another match with Mercedes. So she had that four-way. with Serena, Queen Amanada, and also Thunder Rosa. I would have loved to see Thunder Rosa or Queen Amanada. Queen Amanada. So many people were making a lot of noise on social media about Queen Amanada versus Mercedes, and that didn't happen. They gave Hikaru Shida the opportunity again. I am over it, absolutely over it. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be a great match. I'm kind of tired of seeing something on Dynamite and then boom, we're going to put it on the pay per view. This things like this happen like with Will Ospreay and MJF. They have pretty much an Iron Man match on Dynamite, and then a few weeks later at All In, your biggest show, you're giving that again. And I didn't feel like that match was better than the match that they had on Dynamite. But whatever. CEO is definitely going to retain. Now, they did say Camille is banned from ringside, but they didn't say no one else is banned from ringside. CEO probably has some friends. She did say she was calling the young fucks. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. She's definitely retaining. I would prefer to see her retain. Now, MJF versus Danny Garcia. And I'm just going to say right now, Daniel Garcia spreading fake news talking about our boy MJF went to Turkey for a hair transplant. I don't think so. Fake news. Fake news. They had some nice little exchanges with each other on Dynamite. Daniel Garcia, did something before he got his ass whooped. And then MJF over here is sucking his blood and all that stuff. That was weird. All that shit was weird. Whatever. I am looking forward to this. I would love to see our scumbag take the win. Y'all know I love me some heels, and MJF is the perfect heel to me. Absolutely. In recent times in pro wrestling, the perfect heel. However, Daniel Garcia needs this. He fucking needs this. After being put on the shelf, what was that like? Was that 2 months ago? Well, close to 2 months ago. When MJF whooped his ass after he had that match with Osprey. He's been gone for some time and then he came back at All In. The drama and all that stuff. Man, Danny needs it. Danny needs it. I don't really know which way this is gonna go, to be completely honest with you. But I would prefer to see Daniel Garcia take the win. MJF, I love you, baby. We're gonna get him next time. Danny definitely needs this. I love the fact that we're seeing two young stars. These guys could definitely help be the top guys in the company in the future. And Jeff has already been there. So Daniel Garcia, I think this is a really big opportunity for him if he takes the win. He already didn't win against Osprey. Why not? Let him win against MJF. Think that would be best case scenario in terms of the outcome in this match. Now, we have a steel cage match, unsanctioned. Okay, Tony Khan has already said, I ain't motherfucking responsible for whatever goes down in this match. I am not responsible. Don't come to me if anything you don't like happen. I'm not responsible. Now, Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page, and I've been saying this whole storyline, Hangman needs to do something where he comes completely unhinged, looking like you a crazy motherfucker. A lot of us can do that. We can all look crazy, but being crazy is something else. And that's what I needed to see. I needed to see him take this whole shit to another level. And to see that video earlier in the day, even way before Dynamite came on, Swerve Strickland talking about, I purchased my family home, my childhood home. Prince Nana is there. They're hugging, talking about, oh, Prince Nana, he's my manager, he's my best friend. He helped me get this house and all this stuff. All that stuff just felt so good. But you've been watching wrestling for God knows how long. You knew something was definitely going to happen at some point. Now, later on, Dynamite, the contract signing, Swerve is waiting for Hangman bitch ass to come out, and his music plays twice, and he does not come out. So then here we see Hangman is at his house. He is at his house. And I was just like, holy shit, it's happening. It's happening. Goes in the house, is walking around, and he's even spreading gasoline around the house, and he ends up torching that shit up while he sits on a lazy boy in front of the house. Now, I honestly felt like that was exactly what was needed. We need a really, really great story. And I'm gonna be real before we talk about the main event for the All Out pay-per-view. This here feels like the biggest match in this whole fucking card. It really does. It feels a little, I guess you could say, more important than the main event. Because the story has finally gone up a notch. These guys have been feuding with each other, and I've seen people say prior to Dynamite that they're tired, they don't want to see Swerve and Hangman again. But they have literally taken this storyline and took it up a notch. And then we're at that point where they're going to be in a steel cage against each other. And Tony Khan already said, "Don't call me, don't bother me, no nothing. Whatever these two do to each other, it ain't got nothing to do with me." So when I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at the storyline, and based off the wins and not just the wins, but what's happened with both of these guys' careers since they've been beefing, Hangman absolutely needs this. He needs this win. Obviously, Swerve is going to be a little bit more, I guess, unhinged coming into this because he just lost his house. That shit burnt to a crisp. Um, uh, um, Swerve, I hope you have State Farm or whatever one of them insurance companies, because you obviously need it. And then Prince Nana was there, didn't even call the police or whatever to report arson. It is what it is. The house is gone, and Swerve is definitely gonna whoop the shit out of Hangman in that match. And I think this is the one I'm looking forward to the most out of this whole card. They're definitely gonna give us something different. I know we had that match, that gruesome match with them at Full Gear last year. But I think with the steel cage, that definitely adds an element in terms of something different we can get from the two of them. Hangman was the one who said he wanted the steel cage to keep Prince Nana ass out of the match because yes, Prince Nana has gotten involved to help Swerve, well, whatever. We're just gonna act like that didn't happen. And Hangman doesn't want that to happen again. So he wants this to be a clean fight between the two of them, and I can't freaking wait. Hangman, he absolutely needs this win. I do think that he'll actually end up taking the win. Can't wait for this. Can't wait. Now for our main event, Jackson Perry versus Brian Danielson. Once again, another title that won't be on the line because apparently we have other things to do. So the TNT title won't be on the line. He's going against Brian Danielson. There's just no way that Jackson Perry is going to end up taking this win. This is Brian's first match from since winning the title, not even 2 weeks ago, and not even 2 weeks ago. And I just see so much more from Brian before he actually hangs it up. And Jackson Perry, whatever happens here, I would like to see Jackson Perry go over in some way where he looks really great against Danielson. Because I feel like I haven't got a chance to see much out of Jackson Perry with the TNT title. So this got to be good for him. This got to be good for him, despite him taking the L on this one. For sure, he's going to be losing. I don't know what other way to put this. Um, I don't know. I can definitely see the elites, Okada, and them probably trying to get involved to, help Jackson Perry win. That wouldn't surprise me. But then again, BCC's in the building. However, let's not forget about Moxley just running around with Marina Shafir. When that heinous attack happened, when the elite had attacked BCC last night on Dynamite, where's Moxley? Moxley gave Jackson Perry a compliment before he came out, so that was interesting. I don't remember what he said to the Bucks directly, but he said something. But he did give a compliment to Jackson Perry, and Jackson Perry's going against our boy Danielson. Like I said, I don't see him winning. This could be the moment where we actually get a chance to see what the hell is going on with Moxley if Moxley like gets involved. But however, to help Jackson Perry, I mean, he could probably help Danielson, or he could just sit his ass at home and don't even get involved at all. Who knows? This card, while this is the main event, I just don't necessarily see this feeling like the main event, the big match that people are waiting for. But I do see Danielson retaining that title somehow, some way. And we'll end up seeing what happened with that. This is a smaller card. I think it's only 8 matches. I think. Tony Khan don't add something. If Chris Jericho is on this thing, y'all, I might just say fuck it. I'm not watching this shit. I'm so over it. Nothing on the pre-show so far, but I'm pretty sure they're going to end up adding stuff on Collision or Rampage to add some things on there, and maybe even a match for the main card. Not sure. Mariah May don't have her title on the line. Obviously, TNT title not on the line. Trios titles not on the line. It's good to see Okada actually participating on a pay-per-view. Am I missing some other title? Not sure. I get it. There are people who are, I guess, at the top in the company or whatever, and I would love to see Like literally, y'all had a pay per view, your biggest pay per view 2 weeks ago, and everybody who was on there is just we just gonna move on to this one here. So this would have been nice to see some people who are not necessarily on these pay per views get an opportunity. Tag team titles would have been a really great spot to have some teams who are definitely never on the main card to get an opportunity to do something. I'm a little bit of Betty about it, but whatever. I think it's going to be a really great pay per view. So I will be doing a watch along with that with some friends. So come check us out and have a good time. If not, then I will be doing a review on All Out. Can't wait to see how this goes. Guys, thanks for watching my prediction video. Let me know what you think is going to happen down below. And I'll see you guys then. Bye.